Mr. Chair, after this speak, I have to excuse myself. I have a community meeting concerning a proposed amendment to the, I guess, solid waste plan. It affects a site in my district that actually started at 7. But
okay.
State your name for the record.
My name is Lidya Radin, and I have 5 minutes, so I'm going to speak quickly. I've got 3 items. The first item I want to speak to is to the council's board, Mr. Ed Florio. Please refrain, please cease and desist from defaming me as a person who should not be associated with. Okay, please don't do that. I'm asking you, and I'll put it in writing too, okay? Please stop defaming Patricia Waiters. I believe she's going to put it in writing too. We have a right to petition our government without fear of reprisals. You are interfering with our civil rights. So please cease and desist from defaming me behind my back as a person that should not be associated with. Thank you. The second item that I need to speak to is that I need entry into the civil court, into the municipal court on Southern Avenue. The last time I was there, I was threatened by the police. I understand that Judge Rodriguez, that's Judge Nestle A. Rodriguez, does not want me in her courthouse because she lied and claimed that I was mailing her threatening letters, and now she can't produce them because that's not true. Now, I need access to the Jersey City Prosecutor's Office located in Summit Avenue, and I will not be threatened by the police when I go there. And I had a witness come with me and state for the record that we were threatened. So I'm not going to be physically assaulted because I go to Summit Avenue and there's a judge, Judge Nestle A. Rodriguez, who's lied about me in the past and now doesn't want anyone to know about it. So I would appreciate the assistance of the Board of Freeholders so I'm not physically assaulted again. I also need access to the buildings, the courthouses on Newark Avenue. This is where Debbie Simon at the Hudson County Prosecutors operates out of. I need to use the law library, and I have a right to file a complaint against my landlords for their for the illegal eviction that they executed against me. And I have a right to go to small claims court, which is located on Newark Avenue, and I have a right not to be jumped by the police or threatened. Once again, I have a right to petition my government without fear of reprisals. And then item 3. I'm here to follow up with Freeholder Romano and Freeholder O'Day's promises that they would call Joseph Scott, President Joseph Scott, at Jersey City Medical Center, because as you all know, my medical records at Jersey City Medical Center were intentionally falsified and used to justify a physical assault on me that left me with serious bodily injury, could have left me dead or paralyzed. So Freeholder O'Day, what happened in response to your phone call to President Joseph Scott?
Mr. Chairman, if I could ask that the administrator put on the record, I was unable to reach Mr. Scott initially. As you know, on Tuesday I asked the administrator to call him. He did reach him today.
Mr. Chairman.
Wait, just 1 second. Freeholder O'Day, did you call Joseph Scott?
Yeah, I left a message, and when I didn't get a call back, I asked the administrator to.
So is President Joseph Scott then refusing to return your phone calls?
I cannot state that for the record. I would only state that I placed a call and it was not returned. And since I knew that you would be at the meeting and I wanted to try to get a response, I then asked the administrator to reach out for him, and he did get a return call.
Wait, just 1 second. Is it usual for the president of Jersey City Medical Center to refuse to respond to the freeholders?
As Freeholder Dublin would let you know, I don't have the best relationship with Mr. Scott, nor does he. But that, you know,
that's irrelevant. He can return a phone call.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean he wouldn't have. I just wanted to say that let's get to the fact that the administrator reached out to him today, and he did return his call, and he can at least put on the record what was stated. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, Freeholder O'Day, at your request, I did.
Just 1 second. What is your name, City Administrator?
County Administrator.
I'm the County Administrator. My name is Abraham Anton.
Hey, Mr. Administrator.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman.
In response to the question.
Mr. Chairman, on behalf of Freeholder O'Day, I did call and speak with Mr. Scott today. and I asked if Ms. Radin can have a copy of her file. He told me that because of HIPAA requirements, he cannot provide that with me, but if Ms. Radin contacts him, he would be glad to provide that information to her.
Poppycock, that's a bunch of garbage. I already have my file. The U.S. Marshals have my file. The Director of Medical Records, Bryna Kaiser, has hard copies of my records locked in her office now for years. I don't need your assistance, with great respect, sir, to get my file. And I don't have to sign a HIPAA form. I'm publishing this fraud, because that's what it is, wholesale fraud, all over the internet. And I'm making DVDs. And flooding the market with it. There's no privacy here. You're not protecting me. These people almost murdered me. So as a preliminary list, the first thing I wanted to know was, where is the screening document from Tuesday, September 30th, 2008, that sent Jersey City medical workers to my house at 4 o'clock in the afternoon to threaten and frighten my family, telling them that there would be a padlock on the door and my belongings would be thrown out into the street, when that was a lie? Who is the person? Identify for me the person who claimed, quote, she's being evicted today, end quote, and this is recorded in my intentionally falsified medical records, October 1st, 2008, quote, she's being evicted today, end quote. Identify that individual for me. From my intentionally falsified medical records, October 1st, 2008, please identify the individual who claimed, I'm not done yet, I'm putting this on the record, who claimed, quote, threatened to blow up a school in Washington, end quote. Please identify the individual who claimed that I was, quote, arrested and released in Washington, end quote, when that is not true. Please identify for me the doctor who claims he quote, treated and released me on September 25th, 2008, when that's not true. I was never treated and released at Jersey City Medical Center on September 25th, 2008. Please identify for me the individual or individuals, wait, I'm almost done, who claimed that I, quote, made terroristic threats, end quote, when that is not true. And please produce for me the threatening letters that Stacy Dix-Kubiowski claimed that I mailed to Judge Rodriguez. And this is from October 2nd, 2008, quote, as per Stacy, patient has been mailing threatening letters to Judge Rodriguez, end quote. I am not, and I have never been, Stacy Dix-Kubiowski's patient, and show me the threatening letters.
Thank you.
Will we be sending this transcript to President Joseph Scott, Freeholder O'Day, and he can respond in writing, since he treats you with contempt when you try to make a phone call?
Time's up. Mr. Chairman, I spoke to the administrator ahead of time. Obviously, I'm not sure every one of those questions directly relates to the medical center. A number of them certainly do. So I would ask that when the transcript of this is completed, that we forward that section of the transcript, which was Ms. Radin's statement here today, to Mr. Scott, and request that he provide answers, since obviously we don't have the capability to do so. Thank you.
Ed,
And with that, I have to go.
done that way?
And
Okay, thank you.
lastly, with great respect, Freeholder Romano, did you ever get a chance to call the President?
I was only if Freeholder Day didn't get in contact, and I was not told that he didn't get in contact, so
Will you try then in the next 2 weeks before the next meeting?
I think,
And that was a vote. I don't need a HIPAA requirement. That's ridiculous. That has nothing to do with what I was asking about. That's just nonsense.
we'll check it.
So you will. When will I be following up with you, sir? Shall I be calling you
Next meeting.
at the next meeting? Why can't I call you on your phone and get a response?
I don't know when I will be getting in communication.
Okay, you have my phone number, 516-445-4390. Will you be calling me then?
I'd rather do it the next meeting.
Okay.
Hi, Mr. Clark.
Are there additional speakers on any matter of public interest?